Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First, I'll start with a few words on STM. STM was built in 1966. We have 68 stations, 71 kilometers. Maybe the most important thing about us is the system is entirely running on rubber tires. And also, because of the wonderful weather during winter, we're entirely underground. Just to let you know, yesterday morning I talked to my wife. It was minus 11 with snow. You don't want that. Rolling stock, we have two types of rolling stock. One is old, the other one is really, really old. I'll start with the really, really old. MR63 up there. We bought it in 1966, so it's 46 years old. We have 333 of those cars, and the reliability is around 200,000 kilometers. The other one, the newest one, the baby, here, MR73 was built by Bombardier, 423 cars, and 34 years old. Reliability is quite good by North American standard and European standard, 450, 100,000 kilometers, but by Taipei, it's a junk. The context, we had to replace, of course, the really, really old car, and we went into the bidding, and it went really bad. We had bad press, because at the beginning, we had some problem with the government, and then the law court. The first government asked us to make a direct deal with one manufacturer, I won't name it, and finally, the other manufacturer sued us. So after that, the first manufacturer sued us, and the third one sued us also. And after all that, two of those manufacturers that sued us went together as a consortium, and we gave them the contract. We were so happy. Stop suing us. And this is quite a huge project for us, not only because it's a lot of money, but we never had any new Metrocard since 1973. So people in Montreal, they don't know how new technology looks. What we wanted to do with that project, of course, getting new cars, but also we wanted to involve the customer and the employee in the process. We wanted the employee to be a part of that, and also the customer, and also manage their expectation about a new train. And get a slide. Engage them, and you know, if you come to Montreal, people are very proud about their metro system. And my friend from Santiago told yesterday a better expression. They have an emotional bond between them and our Metrocard, and we want to keep that with the newest car. And the third point is really important for us, because the system was universal access, accessibility. System was built in '66. In '66, if you came to Montreal, everybody was young and jumping all over the place. So you were not in need of an escalator or a lift or thing like that. Right now, we start building back the system, and we only have 8 stations with lift. And all those groups are putting a lot of pressure on us, so we told us that we have to manage that properly with those trains. And we wanted to also to increase the public image on that project, because at the beginning, we really had bad press. So my boss came to me and said, okay, you're the expert, you're in charge of operation. What is your dream car? In operation, we're not that jazzy. I said, you know, the looks is not really important for me. I want it to be reliable, easy to maintain, and since we're green, I want it green. So I showed him that. Simple, easy to maintain, green. Fortunately, when you buy a Metrocard, it's not for the operators, because you will end up with that. It's for the customer, and they're using it every day. So we went back to the customer, and first, Montreal, the design is really important, so we made them choose between those 3 models. A designer came to us, said, okay, those are the 3 trends around the world, and we did some focus group with customer, hundreds of people, customer and employee, asked them, which one do you prefer? But also in each case, what do you like and what you don't like? For example, number 2 was quite popular, but people were coming at us, said, it looks too thin, too fragile, so, and the train has to look solid, so we don't like that. It had to be a little wider, and things like that, and you have to listen to the customer. We did the same thing with the interior layout, and we learned a lot of things. For example, we had focus group, you're familiar with that. You have young people, old people, people like me. And the young people, we thought, would ask for a lot of technology, fancy things, and it was exactly the opposite. They were much more conservative than us. In fact, we were proposing new technology, things like that, they told us, no, no, no. The other young people are going to break it, so keep it small, keep it simple. We finished with that. This is the design we will have, mixing different type of metro cars. And we put that in the media, and everybody loves it. But we were assaulted by a lot of email and letter and threat because that train is not blue. And in Montreal, they love a train to be blue. They said, no way that you're going to have a stainless steel train in Montreal. It has to have nice color on it. So then back the customer on the color. Again, 3 choice, always with blue. And the good thing we did, the first time it was not like that. First time we did a committee with the board. They said, okay, what color do you like? We had 12 members of the board. We had 15 choice. So it went like that. You don't do that. So we had a designer to make 3 choice. And the operator, they asked me if I can live with those 3 choices, because I don't have any control of which one we're going to want. 30,000 people took part in that consultation, you know, and they wanted to participate, and they chose finally this one, number 1. So it will look like that. It's a beautiful car. It's not really popular in the industry, but our customer asked us to give a name to the car. Usually, people like me, we call a car MR73, MR63, MPM10, but not the customer. So we started a contest, and we had 6,000 suggestions, 5,800 different names. You cannot choose. And then we selected 5 good names. That sounds well in English and in French, because we have that issue. And we're right now in the middle of the consulting process. It will end up at the end of the month. I think Azure will win. Azure means blue. Seats. Seats are really, really important and also really tough to choose, because one seat that is good for me won't be good for a small person. And then the opposite. And you will always find somebody that will complain about your seat. And you're using it for 20 minutes each day. So again, same thing. 3 different types of regular seats, foldable seat, and back support. We went into our major station with the real seat, and 2,000 persons took the time to fill out the questionnaire. You have some picture, and I was there, and they were quite serious about that, and they did it, you know, very professional way. And fortunately, we had a clear winner. Number B and number E were really clear winner by a margin of 2-1. Of course, at the end, when the real car will come out, somebody will complain. But at least we'll be able to say, hey, it's democracy, you choose it. Back support, no clear winner. Most important, the interior layout. We already did some research with the customer many years ago when we refurbished the MR73. But then we had to fine-tune a little bit that design. And we were looking at seat layout, but also support bars. Support bars are more important than seat layout. We did a testing with full-scale model divided in 7 different zones with real customer. This is an interesting picture. If you go to Paris, they have that layout, face-to-face. And you can have another layout, a theater layout. In Paris, this is really popular. We ask our customer to vote 2-1. We'd rather go in this way. In North America, people don't like to be face-to-face. They like that. They can be closer, but here. So, and we save some money. The bars, you know, I'm using the metro system every day, and my guys too, and I know where to put the bar. I thought I know. And we added a lot of bars. Customers are always complaining about that, so we put it at the thing we thought it would be the perfect place. Went to the customer, and they changed all that. They lowered most of the bars. Others, they are higher. And also, they eliminate some bars, like those here, because they were cute, but not usable in real life with a lot of people in the train. You have some picture of the testing we did. We had to eliminate this one, because if you're there to use this one, it would be easier to have this one. So we save some money doing that. This is the final layout of the interior. In the previous test, we did test what you have in Hong Kong and in London. bench on the side of the train. It doesn't work in Montreal. People want to be in the way of the running train. Another look at what it is. It is nice, but also we can pack a lot of people into that, approximately 15% more than today. Operator's cab, you all do that. Smallest train operator to the tallest, to me. And they're happy about it, and they won't complain. Universal access, I told you at the beginning, we had some issue with that. So we initiated a work group with a lot of representatives of those groups, blind, wheelchair, things like that. And they came us before we start to design with idea. In fact, 31 ideas, sometimes big thing, but most of the time really small things, small details. And after that, we also did a full-scale model, and then they came to test it. They test where to put their wheelchair, but also the colors. For you have semi-blind people, and for them, contrast is really, really important. So this is a picture of what they did, and the good thing is right now, those people, it's politically really involved, and along the process, they're behind us. So if somebody talks against the project, they're with us, and it is really helpful. What did we learn with that? First, our mistake. Nothing, you cannot design the entire train in public. You have to provide a framework, and you have to choose between three models. And if they choose number C, don't like it, you have to live with it. This is the downside. Second one, and this is a big surprise. We were, at the beginning, with the manufacturer was very preoccupied by the fact it will lengthen the design process. In fact, it was exactly the opposite. Usually, when you start with one type of chair, during the process, it will change it 2 or 3 times. Not that case. Once we decide to put the pole there or the bar there, it stays there. So in fact, we save time and we save money. Involvement of the employee and also the customer had made a huge bound with the project. But finally, we consulted them. It's quite normal because after all, it's their metro system. Thank you very much.